everyone, welcome back to another recipe. This week we're making sticky toffee pudding in the slow cooker. What is sticky toffee pudding? Sticky toffee pudding is a very traditional dessert in the UK. I believe it's English in origin, but don't fact check me because it is probably wrong. The only reason why I know it is because my husband was born in the UK and he came to the US very early on, but a lot of his extended family members live over there. So every time we go, he craves this dessert. Sticky toffee pudding is a silky cake that is moist and made from dates. The reason why it's made from dates, I have no idea, but I'm here for it. I live for it because if you eat a little healthier, you often do substitute sugars for dates or more natural fruits. They're still very caloric, but they have a wonderful natural caramel flavor. The slow cooker is a perfect device to make this cake because you can cook it at a low temperature and it still produces that super spongy, delicious, and comforting sticky toffee pudding. In addition to the cake, we're going to be making a caramel sauce, but I will be making this on the stove top and then I'm going to blend it in the Vitamix. This recipe is easy, it's delicious, it's sure to please anybody in your household, and it makes a pretty decent portion. So all of your hard work will be worth it in the end. Also, this recipe doesn't take a ton of time. I would say it probably takes 30 minutes max to put it all together. Let's get to the recipe. We're gonna explain the ingredients just a little bit. For the actual cake, this is what we're gonna put in there. So the first thing, 12 medjool dates that have been soaking in almond milk, homemade almond milk that I make in the Almond Cow for about 4 hours. I recommend you do this overnight. We are gonna cook these down a little bit on the stove top and then chop them up. I will show that to you in a second. A cup and a half of flour. I chose whole wheat flour and all-purpose flour. Feel free to adjust those ratios as you'd like. Like you could do more whole wheat flour than all-purpose flour. This is completely up to you. Baking soda, baking powder, a teaspoon's worth of pumpkin pie spice. You can choose just to use cinnamon instead, and then half a teaspoon's worth of kosher salt. For our wet ingredients, we have quite a bit. We have a cup of vegan yogurt, unsweetened vegan yogurt. I think half a cup of maple syrup, half a cup of olive oil. I'm using olive oil. You can use vegan butter or whatever fat you prefer, but olive oil works really nicely in this cake. And then I have a teaspoon's worth of vanilla powder or vanilla extract, whatever you have on hand, and just a little bit of orange zest because it adds a nice floral tone to this cake. So let's get to this section.
For our sticky toffee pudding, we're going to start by chopping up our soaked medjool dates, making sure that they're pretty small. You don't want them to be way too large. And then add them back with the milk and proceed with the following steps.
For the sake of time and effort, you can definitely do this in the stovetop, but I'm gonna do it in the microwave. I'm going to heat up these dates with the non-dairy milk in the microwave to save me time. I'm gonna nuke them for about a minute and then I'm gonna add them to the mixture and then everything will go into the crock pot. After that, we're gonna work on our sauce.
For the assembly of our cake, we're gonna be adding our date slurry with almond milk to all of our wet ingredients and with a whisk, combine until very nice and homogeneous. Add gradually our wet mixture to our flour mixture until no lumps of flour remain in the combination. Get your handy dandy slow cooker. Once again, add some parchment paper, line it really nicely, and add your sticky toffee pudding mixture to the parchment paper. With a spatula, spread it out so it's really nice and even. Insert it into your crock pot and then cook it on high for 2 hours.
So that's gonna cook on high for 2 hours, and while that's baking, we can get started on our caramel sauce. So for the sauce, we have a cup of raw cashews, some dates with a little bit of water that are in the microwave heating up right now. This just makes it super easy, so when you toss it into the Vitamix, everything comes out super smooth. We're also gonna add half a cup of date syrup, nutmeg, and a little bit, I'm thinking, maybe non-dairy milk, but it could also be nice to add some coconut mana. So I'll leave these up to you, but of course, as always, all of the ingredients that I used in this recipe that I'm recording today will be included, but suggestions will also be left as optional.
For our date sauce to accompany our sticky toffee pudding, add those cashews, dates, date syrup, nutmeg, and maybe a splash of milk if you feel like it needs it, or just that water. Soaking water is completely fine, to a high-speed mixer or your handy dandy Vitamix, and combine until your cashews are disintegrated and it's really nice and smooth and creamy. This is one of my favorite sauces to make, not just for sticky toffee pudding, but also for any dessert that I really want to enjoy. Be sure to let it cool completely once you take it out of the slow cooker, slice and enjoy with a generous dollop of that topping sauce we made. Thank you so much for watching this video to its entirety. It means the world to me. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like, and comment. This channel makes recipes that are really easy to make, delicious, vegan, yes, but also easy to make because of the help of the slow cooker. The slow cooker has really been my best friend recently because I've been very busy personally, and being able to make healthy and nutritious meals in abundance and pretty quickly without too much work has been very important and useful in my everyday life. So if people out there are super busy, this channel is for you because it is proof that you can make delicious, wonderful, high protein and also vegan meals easily at home for you and your family. See you next time.